Yes. We are back with an NFL recap, week number 8. And yes, it's a lot of stuff that happened in this week that we gotta talk about it. So you know what? Let's just get into it. We starting off with the Packers and the Cardinals. Man, what a game this was! It was an exciting game. AJ Green pretty much just like he just what he like. He seemed like his controller went dead, and the dude just didn't move. So he just literally missed the game winning touchdown. Pretty much, he just kind of just didn't look for it, and what it just ended picked it off. And I believe the Cardinals really, should have won that game because of that pass with AJ Green. Just he didn't know where he was at, so they just literally just screwed it up. But Aaron Rodgers did do what he had to do. The Packers are 7-1. Cardinals are now 7-1. Um, Aaron Rodgers still was doing it without his receivers, so the dude he just knows how to win. And seeing that they're gonna be out because they don't have Henry, they don't have Aaron Rodgers this week. They're not gonna have him because of COVID. That gives the Chiefs a break, so that gives me more hope for my Chiefs Super Bowl prediction than my little Chiefs. So look like we got a break there. So I don't know what the hell Jordan Love gonna do. I don't believe he's gonna beat the Chiefs. So next up, Bengals and the Jets. Man, this dude White, don't okay. Y'all stop. Don't jump on the bandwagon. Don't want to try. I know this guy's from Texas and everything. I'm a Texas guy, Texas fan, and everything. But don't jump on this bandwagon of, oh, the Jets got a quarterback, and oh, the Jets, the we're gonna make a ultimate. Ultimate Team's gonna hype this guy up and make him a ultimate team guard and stuff. And you gonna see this dude running around like an idiot in Madden. He had a 400-yard game. Yes, he did. The Bengals just they played well enough to win this game. This guy just had won his game. I mean, maybe the Bengals defense. I haven't really just thought of them as a good defensive team for a minute. They used to be, but I just believe this guy, this white guy, he had his game, he had his moment, but they got, they're gonna look at this guy. They got film on him now, so they got film on this guy now. So next week, I would not expect the same type of play. But I mean, they did score 34 points. Maybe Wilson knows in the answer, and this guy is. So if this dude can do this twice in a row next week and the next week, then okay, give me some. I believe him. But right now, I still think the Jets suck. But the dude had a good game. Got to hand it to him. He did come out and beat the Bengals. So that's a good thing because the Bengals are right now a playoff contending team. Titans and the Colts. What can you say? It was a close one. They came back with a 44-yard field goal. Ryan Tannehill made the throw that he needed to make to get him in field goal position. And AJ Brown, I did start him. I still lost my fantasy team. My team still sucks, but I did start AJ Brown. And he had a big game. And the Titans now, they're gonna lose Derrick Henry. So that means pretty much with Ryan Tannehill, he's gonna go right back to being that Ryan Tannehill we saw in Miami. Now I know they got Adrian Peterson coming in. Adrian Peterson is definitely a good pickup to have, but I don't believe he'll be like that Adrian Peterson of the old Vikings Adrian Peterson. But I think he can still help him in the run game. But I think the Titans are pretty much done. I don't know what Julio's been hurt to, so I don't know. I just don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna lose. They're gonna really miss Derrick Henry. Rams and the Texans. The Texans just really are a really bad team. I don't see how they made it. They came back and tried to make it a game, but it was still not a game, still a blowout. But they made it respectable with 22 points. Texans are just they're gonna just fire everybody, cut everybody. They're probably losing a lot of sales and tickets. Like they got to do something really, really serious to get this team back to where they need to be. They just go ahead and just go ahead and trade Deshaun Watson. I think they're trying to hold on to him for hopes that maybe he'll play again for him. Because like, hey, you are under contract with us and everything. So I think they're just hoping that maybe he'll come around after these allegations or whatever. We don't even know what's gonna happen with him if he's gonna go to have any jail time. Cause they say 10 of them have filed criminal charges on him. So I don't know, man. Deshaun Watson, I don't know if he'll see next year. Pretty much done for this year. But I think he might, even if that time, if he might miss half the year next year, and he might miss the whole year because he might have some jail time, or maybe I don't know. So I'm thinking he might be gone for another year. But keep it on Steelers and the Browns. Ben Roethlisberger. I picked up Ben Roethlisberger in my fantasy team because I needed a quarterback because Lamar Jackson was out, and I said maybe Ben's gonna come back and have a grain like against. Because I thought about it. They lost to the Browns last year in the playoffs, and I think Ben wanted to make some revenge and really come back and beat these guys and throw 3-4 touchdowns. And that wasn't the case. They projected him at about like 13 or 14 points, and that's exactly what he got, like 14 points, 200 some yards and a touchdown. Barely got that, but I think Ben Roethlisberger is still in decline. He's not the Carter. He's not the guy. They got the win, but he wasn't playing as well as he would play in the past. So the Steelers and the Browns are just a mess right now because Odell Beckham is still around, and they didn't trade him. Baker Mayfield is just not doing what he's supposed to do right now. I think the Browns are just the way they're looking. I don't give them I'm not going to say they'll miss the playoffs. They might. Right now, I don't think they're even good for a wild card right now. But I don't know the schedule, so I think they're playing for it. They probably can still get in a wild card if they win a little bit more, keep winning and stuff. Just try to find some wins and what they need to do, and they might be all right. Eagles and the Lions. That was nothing to say about this game. The Lions are worse than the Jets. They just cannot win all. Like the Eagles, you can't let the Eagles score no 44 points on you. The Eagles are not that good, and we know that. We know that for a fact. I think the Lions are just that bad, and that's what it showed. They're just that bad. Oh, I don't know if they might not win a game this season. They might go another 0-19 or whatever, like they did last time. But who knows? Hopefully I think they can get one. But yeah, they're pretty bad. We're going on to the 49ers and the Bears. That run by Justin Fields, that was a crazy run. That's the Justin Fields that everybody was wanting to see. And hey, he showed he got signs of being greatness. And this dude Deebo Samuel was like a monster. He just out here just doing whatever he wants. Like he is really turned into a good receiver. I'm not gonna say he's a top gonna break like a receiver. He's gonna be like a T.O. Jerry Rice type right now. But he's been their pretty much offensive guy. Like he can run the ball. You can put him in the backfield. He can run it. He can do all this stuff. I didn't watch much of it, but did Trey Lance? I think Trey Lance got in, but Jimmy Garoppolo he played. I don't know what they're gonna do with this guy. I think they're gonna just go forward with Trey Lance, but Jimmy Garoppolo, if he still keeps winning and everything, I think they're gonna just ride this season out and have Trey Lance learn from Jimmy and then just part ways with him after this season. I think they're gonna still go forward with Trey Lance. But it was the win. They got the win. The 49ers did get the win, but I don't see them doing anything to making any noise in the playoffs or nothing. They're not playing for nothing but just pride right now. That's what I think. And then these teams, next two teams, the same way. Panthers and the Falcons. I think Sam Darnold got hurt. Ed McCaffrey's supposed to be back. And I told you, Matt Ryan's gonna go right back to being Matt Ryan. Matty Dry Ice. And he didn't they lose the close one, but still the Falcons just couldn't stop the run. Another thing, like they just couldn't do nothing about it, and I still believe that Matt Ryan needs to go, and I think they gotta make a decision with him. Like the end of this year, just none of the Panthers winning doesn't mean much because they started off 3-0 and now they're 4-4. So don't put any stock into them making any playoffs or coming back with a vengeance and making a run because McCaffrey's coming back. Now they could, but I don't see it. We're going on to the Dolphins and the Bills. You expect this. The Bills are going to win. The Dolphins are looking really bad with Tua. They were supposed to be in the runnings for that trade for Deshaun Watson, but things didn't go as they planned. Because I think the Chiefs Texans won way more than they expected, than people wanted. So I mean, there's nothing else to say. But the Bills and the Dolphins are not good either. They're just a mess of a team. And we move on with the Patriots and the Chargers. This was a surprising one. But you know Bill Belichick is going to make a defensive plan against any quarterback, any runner, whatever you got good. He's going to make it and make sure you get and don't do what you do best. And now the Chargers were sitting in first place. Now the Raiders are first place. But remember, don't take no stock in the Raiders. Keep them first place. They're gonna lose. They're gonna start losing. The Chargers are not looking that great as they started off hot. And that's why I keep telling y'all the Chiefs are going to come back. And they start with this game against Green Bay, a game that now they can definitely win because Jordan Love is going to be playing. So just remember the Chargers and the Raiders, they weren't that good. And the Broncos, of course, are not going to be doing anything either. So, but it was surprising that the Patriots came out to win. They got to win, though. So they did what they had to do. They needed this win, too. The Patriots did. But, yeah, good win for them. For Jaguars and Seahawks, I did not expect Geno Smith to be out here balling like he did. That is a surprising thing, but it's another thing. Just like the Eagles and the Lions, the Lions were just bad. The Jaguars were just a bad team. So the Seahawks really needed to do this to this team because they were just a bad team, and they are really in need of Russell. But now, if they get Russell Wilson back, they should be able to be fine. But they're 3-5. They're really only playing for like a wild card spot if they can even get that. Cause they're in a bad situation right now with the division they're in too. With the Rams coming up, I believe 49ers are still a team they can lose to. I mean, it's tough for them, but we'll see what happens. The football team and the Broncos. Washington is just they really disappointed everybody because they thought they're gonna be on the defensive teams and they was gonna be a division leader. No, they wasn't gonna do anything. They didn't disappoint me because I knew they wasn't gonna do anything anyway. But the Broncos, they got Teddy Bridgewater. They're going to Dallas next week, and I don't think they're gonna do anything to beat the Cowboys next week either. The Broncos are just like I told you, they had this is the game they're gonna win, but don't give anything at all. They're gonna pass the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to pass all three of these teams within these next 8 weeks. The Chiefs are going to come back and pass all these teams. They're just going to have to just keep winning and just like this is the game the Broncos could win anyway. Like you probably expected, but early in the season you expected the football team to win this because of the way they played last year. So now that the season's going around, you can see who's better and who's not. It was just a win that, Teddy Bridgewater's still not that guy. But we move on to the Saints and the Buccaneers. Tom Brady threw the pick six to end the game. The Saints with Trevor Siemian. Oh, no. That guy used to be a Bronco, and you see why they got him up out of there because he wasn't that good. The Saints are in trouble. If they don't go and find a quarterback, I heard rumors of Phillip Rivers will possibly go to the Saints if they offered him a chance. That'll be interesting. The Buccaneers, they really come off an easy schedule. I don't think they're going to be a playoff contending team to go back to the Super Bowl. I believe they'll get to the playoffs and win over first round and might get knocked out in the second round. Hopefully, my Cowboys will see them again and knock them out or something. But looking at this point, the Cowboys could be the first home game. So that'll be some interesting things developing. But yeah, it was an exciting game, pretty good game. But the Saints pulled it off. And going to the Cowboys and the Vikings. What can I say? I didn't think Cooper Rush was going to make this game-winning touchdown. I didn't think Cooper Rush was going to play this well. He played all right, but not well enough to if Dak was playing, would have blown this guy. They would have blown him out if Dak was playing. We know that. Kirk Cousins, I told y'all, I keep telling y'all, don't believe in this guy. They got to make a decision with him at the end of this year and part ways. That's what I believe they're going to do. They pretty much, the defense played one of the better games for the Cowboys. Like they was always getting in trouble. They would always just get them in 3-and-outs, and they would just stop them and make them punt. And like Curtis and Mr. Wilder, like he had Thielen wide open, and he still didn't hit him. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like they know he's not that guy. So but the Cowboys beat him with a backup quarterback. That means the Cowboys are a legit team now. Last year's Cowboys would have definitely lost this game, but this year's team is just different, man. They're winning with a backup who hasn't played but one game and threw 2 passes. So yeah, kudos to the Cowboys. Giants and the Chiefs. I was worried in this game because I thought they was going to lose, but Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs found a way to win. They shouldn't have won this closely game. It should have been a bigger margin of victory, but a win is a win. And Thursday going into Green Bay next week without Aaron Rodgers, so that gives them a break. But this defense is still not as great, and Mahomes he's throwing turnovers and he's just having a bad year right now. But I believe they can turn it around. That's what I've been saying. That I think they can turn it around, and I believe they will. But how did y'all fare in this season? And how did your team win? Did you have a good week, man? What do you think about this week? And we'll be back with some more next week, week 9. We out of here.